he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Wentz, forced out to his left, and the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guy.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin here with Adams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Adams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Right back to him on 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Wentz going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's a Giant. And he will lose lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Tate's got it. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 83 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And for one of the few times here to call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. And they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The give is to Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, that's Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their word from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Wentz now to throw. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of, What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw is Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. David Irving in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if the
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 46 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed